I went to 11 new construction neighborhoods in Salina and tracked down 18 different builders. Here's where I found the lowest interest rates and the best deals. Well, hello, I'm Wendy Pinnell, and Salina is practically exploding in growth at a mind-boggling 34% a year, with more than 36 new construction communities for you to choose from. Well, that's a lot of opportunity we didn't want you to miss out on, so Blake and I loaded up the car, clipboard in hand, and headed off to talk to some builders. Our first stop in the Salina area was North Creek. They're a small boutique community within Prosper ISD, and as their sales consultant with Kay Hovnanian told me, we're raising our prices every 2 weeks because we can. So as we started out our list, North Creek landed soundly in bad territory. Similarly, Normandy Homes with Celina Hills won't even share what their incentives are, just stating that it depends on each specific home. These kinds of communities, they don't have a lot of inventory homes, and they just aren't desperate enough to offer the kind of incentives we like to see. Still, Normandy, if you're gonna keep it all a big secret, sorry, but you're gonna have to end up on our bad list. See, motivation for a builder is all about how financially exposed they are. In general, the more inventory homes a community has, the more deals you can count on. That's why after the busier housing market months of the summer and spring, many Salina communities are very nearly closed out with just a few inventory homes left. Some communities, like Glen Crossing and Crosswood Creek Estates, are completely sold out for now. So sorry, history maker at the Glen and Dave R. Williams with Crosswood Creek Estates, that lands you both in the bad column. Now, we also stumbled upon a few who were beginning a new phase, like Cambridge Crossing by Perry Homes. They're just getting started out with new phases, and they simply don't have any inventory homes to sell yet. Now, obviously, these neighborhoods are not even close to being overexposed, and they aren't exactly motivated to negotiate. So once again, Cambridge Crossing with Perry Homes, you're making it in the bad column. Now, some communities are on the brink of closing out with just 1 or 2 inventory homes left. We're talking about communities like Bluewood with First Texas Homes, or some of the builders over at Green Meadows. Brightland, Stone Hollow, and Pacesetter were all mostly closed out at Green Meadows. When they only have a total of like 3 inventory homes, you're gonna find some pretty puny incentives. So sorry fellas, we had to put you on the bad side too. Don't take the rejection too harshly. Now, you might be wondering why all these communities are selling out. Well, Salina is a really popular place. It has a population of 43,081 and less than half of the population density of Frisco at just 1,542 per square mile. So you have some space to move around. It's right around a half-hour drive to Frisco, and a median sales price of over $100,000 less than what you'll find at Frisco at just $592,500. And if you were to look at the MLS right now, they have 161 new construction homes for sale in Salina alone. And that's just in the MLS. There are hundreds more that you'll never find listed. But the real question is, in all of these communities, where are you going to get the best discounts? Well, so far we had struck out, but we were determined to keep trying. We weren't ready to give up on Green Meadows yet. We figured just because a community is almost sold out doesn't mean there won't be someone around who's in the mood to play ball. So while some of the builders at Green Meadows definitely got crossed off our list, others still had several inventory homes for sale, and they're quite ready to get those off their books. So we finally started to see some good deals. First up, at Green Meadows, we found Castle Rock builders were ready to talk. They're offering a 3.99% interest rate for the first year, a 4.99% interest rate for the second year, and a 5.99% interest rate for years 3 through 30. Well, that put Castle Rock at Green Meadows squarely in our best column, and we were finally getting somewhere. Green Meadows is a beautiful community with amenities like a resort-style pool, amphitheater, massive veranda, community gardens, hike and bike trails, playgrounds, and of course they've got an amenity center. We've seen offers accepted as low as 85.4% of the list price in Green Meadows. But is Green Meadows a good fit for you? Well, it has a median sales price of $656,000 and it's in Salina ISD. Now, speaking of schools, let's talk about that for a minute. Within Salina, we're gonna find 3 different school districts: Salina, Prosper, and McKinney ISD. Now, of the 3, Prosper definitely lands on top with an A rating by just about everyone who could rate them. The Texas Education Agency, Niche, greatschools.org, they all have good things to say about Prosper ISD. So Prosper has an A with the TEA, and greatschools.org states 56% of students score above average. Now, Salina ISD comes in behind Prosper with an A rating by the TEA and 25% of their students scoring above average. McKinney ISD comes in third with a B rating by the TEA. They've also got 25% above average scoring, but unlike Celina, they have 18% scoring below average as well. So overall, our school options in Celina are pretty good, but anytime we can find Celina prices in Prosper ISD, we definitely get excited. Next up on our search for great deals in Celina, we took a few stops along Wilson Creek. The first was Wilson Creek Meadows, and we were surprised to find 3 builders offering some pretty decent deals. Trophy Signature has homes starting at only $474,900. And lucky for you, you get to choose between 2 different incentives. If you can close fast within a few weeks, you'll qualify for a fixed rate of 5.99%. Your second possibility is you can receive up to $30,000 to put towards rate buy downs or closing costs. Well, that's a pretty good deal, and we're not complaining, but it's not quite as good as what we saw at Green Meadows, so Trophy makes it into our better column. Our second builder at Wilson Creek Meadows is Pulte Homes. They're a little less motivated with only 2 inventory homes currently for sale. Not to worry though, they're still offering a fixed rate of 5.75% if you qualify with their lender and can close before the end of the year. Well, 5.75% is great, but it's still not as good as Castle Rock, so Pulte makes it to our better column. Now, our third builder at Wilson Creek Meadows is Taylor Morrison. They have 6 inventory homes available, and on their website it says it's time to go for it. They're offering a 3.99% interest rate for the first year, 4.99% for the second year, and 5.99% for years 3 through 30. Well, Taylor Morrison definitely makes it onto our best category. So what do you need to know about Wilson Creek Meadows? Well, we're talking about a resort style pool, playgrounds, and all those walking trails we like to see. We found 9 inventory homes for sale between the 3 builders, and 7 of those 9 are being sold by Trophy Signature Homes. So is Wilson Creek Meadows a good fit for you? Well, it's in Salina ISD, and the median sales price is $570,000. Our next stop along Wilson Creek was the Parks at Wilson Creek. There are 4 different builders here with a whopping 20 different inventory homes either currently for sale or coming soon. David Weekly and Tradition Homes had a serious lack of quality incentives, so you know what, sorry guys, but you're ending up in our bad column. The other 2, they weren't the best deals we've ever seen, but we weren't upset about them either. Perry Homes at the Parks at Wilson Creek is offering a fixed rate of 5.99% if you qualify with their lender and you can close before the end of the year. Perry, that earns you a place in our better column. Now, Highland Homes at the Parks at Wilson Creek is offering pretty much the same deal with a little sugar on top. 5.99% interest rate with Highland Home Loans, and depending on the home, they may offer closing cost allowances of up to $15,000 with the use of their lender and up to $6,000 without the use of their lender. Well, Highland, it's a toss-up. Okay, because the $15,000 in closing cost allowance is great, but we found better than a 5.99% interest rate. So I think at the end of the day, we're gonna put you in our better column. So what do you need to know about Parks at Wilson Creek? Well, it definitely has more to offer than its Wilson Creek neighbor when it comes to amenities. I'll put it this way, we don't even have time to talk about all 12 lakes, multiple sports courts, resort-style pools, amenity/fitness center, and acres of parks and trails. So is Parks at Wilson Creek a good fit for you? Well, it's in Salina ISD. And one really cool thing about it is it has an on-site, highly rated elementary school. The median sales price is $656,000. Next, we visited Sutton Fields and found a whopping 17 inventory homes currently for sale. Oh, and between 5 builders at the community, all 17 homes are being sold by D.R. Horton. Now, suffice it to say, we weren't surprised to hear about the rate buy down they're offering to 5.75% for conventional loans and 5.5% for FHA loans. On top of that, conventional loan buyers can potentially qualify for 4.75% for the first year. Well, D.R. Horton, that's a pretty sweet deal, so we're placing you in our best category. Okay, so what is there to like about Sutton Fields? Well, this community is chock full of all of the amenities you might want, okay? We're talking about a pool, ponds, walking paths, and even the very special in-community pocket farming. So is it a good fit for you? Well, Sutton Fields lies within the highly sought-after Prosper ISD, and the median sales price there is $450,000. Okay, moving on to a builder with two different communities in Salina who is very excited to be offering a mega low rate. Let's talk about Megatel. And first off, the Venetian. Now, Megatel is offering fixed interest rates as low as 4.75% plus up to $10,000 to $15,000 in closing costs on specific inventory homes in the Dallas area. Now, lucky for you, both of their two Celina communities are included in this deal. So first up, we stopped by the Venetian, which is one-of-a-kind community here in Salina because they're going to have their own state-of-the-art water park, massive swimming lagoon, and a very long list of amenities that include anything from sand beaches and swim-up bars to bowling alleys and concierge services. The one itsy-bitsy problem with Venetian, well, they don't have any of those amenities yet. They're still in the planning phase, and I imagine that's why they have some serious inventory piling up. Now, speaking of which, Venetian has just the one builder, and as of now, 12 quick move-in homes. So anyone else here thinking about the word exposure, right? Well, Megatel, this is a sweet deal. So we're definitely putting you in our best column. So is Venetian a good fit for you? Well, the community is within McKinney ISD, and the median sales price is $537,000. Now, Megatel isn't finished at Venetian. The other Megatel community offering the low rate deal is Owensby Farms. They currently have 7 inventory homes for sale, so a bit of exposure there. And again, we have Megatel offering those fantastic rates. Score another win to the best column for Megatel. Now, Owensby Farms is not one of those sprawling, massive subdivisions, okay? According to their website, it has around 372 single-family homes and a future site for multifamily townhomes. It also features an amenity center, swimming pool, biking and walking trails, and plenty of green space. So is Owensby Farms a good fit for you? Well, it's in Salina ISD with a median sales price of $549,000. Continuing our tour, we were excited to find Parks at Wilson Creek wasn't the only place Highland was offering incentives. It looks like this 5.99% interest rate is pretty much Highland homes wide, or at least in Salina. Well, once we found that out, we wanted to know where else in Salina Highland was building. Well, first up, we found Cottages of Salina. There are 2 builders here, but when it comes to good deals, Highland Homes was the only one worth mentioning. They're offering their 5.99% interest, and they may offer closing cost allowances of up to $15,000 with the use of their lender, and up to $6,000 without the use of their lender as well. Now, that is a pretty sweet deal with 5.99%, but it isn't nearly as exciting as the 4.75% Megatel is offering. So Highland, we're gonna have to put you and your cottages in our better column. Now, Cottages of Salina is really cute. According to their website, it'll have an amenity center with a pool, 2 catch and release fishing ponds, walking trails, and multiple parks. Cottages of Salina has 5 quick move-in homes currently for sale starting at $450,000. So is Cottages of Salina a good fit for you? Well, it's in Salina ISD, and the median sales price is $487,000. Our next Highland home stop was at Cambridge Crossing. Now, this is a pretty large community with 4 builders. So we were bummed to only find one builder had any deals really worth mentioning. Highland Homes is working up an inventory home storm over there at Cambridge Crossing with 18 current inventory homes for sale between their 40, 50, and 74-foot lots. Plus, they have 14 more planned inventory homes on the way. In terms of exposure, Highland Homes is looking like they're gonna start feeling motivated really soon. Well, once again, this one's a toss-up. We've seen better than 5.99% interest rate, right? But knowing they have that much exposure makes me think we're gonna score some deals here. So this time, Highland, we're gonna put you in our best column. Now, Cambridge Crossing has a beautiful, elegant entrance and more amenities than I can even list here. All right, we're talking lakes, an amenity center, sports courts, stocked fishing ponds, and of course a resort-style pool and cabanas. Now, is it a good fit for you? Well, the community is in Salina ISD and the median sales price is $634,000. It's hard to believe 11 neighborhoods in Salina is only the tip of the iceberg. If you want to find even more videos about the communities we've talked about today, you may want to check out this video here. In the meantime, Wendy out.